He still needs mana though, because otherwise, like, he'll be shifting a bunch, but he won't be able to waveform. And as we've seen time and time again with Mirana, the mana break talent is incredibly valuable. So there's potential with the mana burn from OD, and against a strength hero like DK, it's also great to have that much int with Sanity's Eclipse burning off a lot of DK's HP. But yeah, I don't know 100% how effective it's going to be, but we'll see.
One of those cases, are they maybe overdoing it against one specific hero in the DK? I mean, it is FN playing the DK, and again, we talk about, obviously, he seems to be kind of the big star on the team of sorts, but Silent had a hell of a game last game, to be fair, and he has been fitting in pretty nicely. Team Empire, and again, going to be playing the Morphling here. So I'm excited to see a last hero on Omni Knight. He's quickly becoming a player that's fun to watch.
And surprisingly, Miposhka's going to be on the AA, and it's going to be Yoku on the Rubik. I thought it would be the other way around. But
you know, Yoku actually...
Yeah, it's true. He did. Yeah, I guess so.
There, again, being a stand-in. That's that right now. Assume that's just the case. Omni Knight. Bottom lane with the Sand King. Talked about that potential. Going aggressive dual lane. Suggest, though, having the Rubik ideally will help with that. Playing. How is Morphling going to fare against that? Is it really just going to be on Rubik, but Rubik, you're confident should be able to... I mean, I guess it can essentially run a defensive tri lane here.
Yeah, you have to run a defensive tri lane, because against two melee heroes, like, normally a hero like Morphling will have trouble against that much, like, tank. Raw tank between Sand King just being inherently like strength hero, and then you got Purification on top of that. But if you've got Chilling Touch and 3 ranged heroes, then you can definitely zone out the offlane. But the flip side is that, you know, Yoku's not going to be able to do that much roaming. AA is not going to be doing that much roaming, which is okay, because, you know, mid lane DK, he doesn't need any help. And offlane Puck, he doesn't need any help. So I think you just park all 3 heroes to make sure that FN gets his farm.
Yeah, getting down some aggressive vision.
Oh, I think Omni may have spotted that, yeah. True.
Sentries on them. They have one on the Courier. And Witch Doctor has one, but he's all the way at the top. Is this ward up here actually blocking the... That must be right on the corner.
Oh, yeah. I believe it is. I actually don't see that very often, but it's pretty good.
30 seconds, alright. Changes, man.
Oh, believe me, if you play support, you will feel it very, very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Gossick, he was coming up here to pull, but so bad on the Witch Doctor, just like, you ain't having anything. Protect that creep wave. Force him out, actually. Good job by the Witch Doctor, who actually went level 1 Maledict. Cask. Well, Cask against an offlane Puck, probably not the greatest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps it at one point. Max Maledict is a thing that I've actually been seeing more and more frequently, and it's so effective, mainly because teams just don't expect it. They'll be like, I mean, you put Maledict on me, what's the big deal? I know, I'll take a little bit of damage, who cares? But then all of a sudden it adds up so quickly.
Oh, as expected, the aggressive dual lane against the defensive trial lane. Omni Knight using the Purification for farm right there. Feeling confident, though, has a Stout Shield, has Tangos. Sand King kind of split up from his teammate with the boots he's picked up. Look at last hero just using the Purification, trying to just really get last.
I mean, this is perfect. He managed to hit level 2, and that's like the biggest hump for an offlane in this situation. Now that he's got Repel, he's got very little to be concerned about. Yeah,
so he goes Repel over the degen, you're right, but I guess Repel is pretty good in this line.
Yeah, it's a reaction to the tri-lane. If they were just leaving Morphling alone, you can bet your ass that he would have gone for degen aura.
On Repel, but again, these supports, they're kind of playing their own game against the Omni Sand King, and then Morphling's just doing his own thing.
Yeah, once Morphling hits around like level 4, then you can leave Morphling alone, because he'll have 2 points in the attribute shift, which is probably enough to react to like a level 1 Burrow Strike and Purification. Yoku really wants this.
Rune.
Not gonna happen.
Too risky.
The only problem is now FN hasn't really been doing a very good job at freezing the lane. He's gonna have to deny extremely aggressively, because right now you're not really available to do a pull as Rubik. He may go for it. I think he should, but he's actually just gonna I guess the offline one to go get runes and stuff is now Killomancer's heading mid. DK is not an easy kill.
He'll be fine, but especially with level 2 Dragon's Blood.
Yeah.
They're not killing him here. Just doing a little bit of damage, but yeah, Killomancer's not a battle he's going to win at. Back off. Yeah, and until you mentioned that, I didn't even realize that either, but they must have swapped last second there. FN's playing the Morphling and Silent on the DK,
oh, yeah.
actually.
You're right.
Swap. Still playing the expected roles, or the lane positions even. Bottom lane, Omni Knight. Alright, here comes
he may be screwed.
Playing touch, just gonna go for the TP, no stopper. So he's still out of the lane, so that's still a minor victory for Empire.
Yeah, he went all the way back to base. 3 minutes, so no shrine for another 2 minutes.
Well, Puck, I saw him get a little low earlier. I don't know if it was like an arrow hitting or what with the Maledict, but he ended up healing up. He's fine now, but level 3.5, and you know what? That's about thinking. I guess he goes down in the river there. No rune necessarily just yet, just simply getting caught in the river.
Yeah. And one thing I want to note about this mid lane matchup, it's a great idea for Silent to go for the Soul Ring in this situation. So for one thing, you don't have any mana because you'll be losing all of your int all the time from this OD's Arcane Orb. But the other thing is, if you use your Soul Ring like right before all that int runs off, like you see he only has 195 mana, if he uses the Soul Ring and then he gets that int debuff off of him, then he basically gets full mana with all of his int as well, as now FN gets another kill. Solo? What the hell?
Okay. I did not see that coming. I was watching the middle lane actually. I would not have expected Morphling to get a solo kill on Omni Knight, but he somehow managed that.
I mean, he has a ton of damage. He has 97 damage, but it's still, that's like, okay. It's all good.
Those kind of catches Omni Knight completely off guard, underestimates that.
And I've never known Last Hero to be a lane winner by any means, so it's all good. This is par for the course.
This is exactly where he wants
him. Right? He's got him right where he wants him.
Thinking they're winning. Before you know it, he'll be topping the net worth chart here.
It's true. FN's gonna be like, oh dude, full attribute shift onto Agi, you're not gonna do anything about it? And then boom, purification. That's gonna be the play.
Morphling building into that early sustainer at least. The eventual lane games could be coming. I don't know if it's gonna be first necessarily, but sustainer for the regen. It's here. You expect really just that shotgun build, the Lincolns, the Ethereal Blade.
Yeah, I think he's sitting on this Perseverance just in case he gets ganked, but the plan is to go for as now mid lane, Sanity's Eclipse Maledict. Goodbye, DK. Now Killomancer.
Oh, Rubik gets in range. Bro Strike's only level 1, but there's... Oh, he doesn't have
no degen,
right.
Yeah. Although FN, he's coming in.
There's a repel, trying to help him for the
Oh man, this chilling touch slow is actually surprisingly effective. Going through the spell immunity.
Damage.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if the damage goes through, but the slow was definitely going through. And so it was kiting him quite a bit. And now Sohi... There's no stun on Silent, so he's going to actually get out.
Fine, but... So they got the DK initially, but... lose the Omni Knight yet again, so the struggles continue for Last Hero. Hastrun. Rubik's just sitting on top of it, gonna wait for Dragon Knight to pick it up. Doesn't have a bottle, but... maybe just waiting for the time to pick it up. Yeah, Rubik's like, alright, now's the time. Gonna head top. There's a whole lot they're gonna be able to make from it. Maybe just get some information for the who's where. But here's the Elder Dragon form now from Dragon Knight. The drums in the works. You mentioned that Soul Ring he has early on. Very good value there. And gonna get a good push out of this with the Siege creep here. Well, not much OD can do about that.
Nope. Especially when he gets that damage reduction from Breathe Fire as well.
Tanking, they're running in though. They want to make a play. Sanity's Eclipse is not ready though, not for a while. This is a tough kill, yeah. Now goes the cast, the Maledict level 2 put up. He gets another cask bounce on him. The Arcane Orb auto attacks. Is that gonna be...
Yeah, I think he's enough. He's regenning a lot with Dragon's Blood. Actually,
got a lot of regen.
Maybe. Now? Oh!
That regen though. That was actually really close.
And that's just 2 points in Maledict. I mean, he went for 2 points in Cask, which is fine, but like a lot of times... Well, I mean, he doesn't want a Healing Ward anyway, but yeah, Maledict Max it's so unexpected, especially against a hero like Morphling. Like, a Morphling will not be willing to shift strength because he's just going to be like, well, whatever. I mean, it's just Maledict, and then all of a sudden, 1 tick, 2 tick, and you're losing so much HP.
Bottom, last hero, just trying to tank that damage we talked about. The right clicks of Morphling, they are deadly. He has that full-on agility base right now, so be careful about that. Has that a couple times too. Middle lane OD. How was that matchup going last hit-wise? 42-6 Dragon Knight, 31-13. Outworld. Dragon Knight definitely having the better CS there, but Morphling, no surprise, leading the charts. 3,900 net worth current. He does have the full Lincolns just queued up now.
I guess that is a little bit surprising that he ended up going for it. I thought that he could have still gotten away with rushing a shotgun, but I guess with DK doing this well in the mid lane, then you can kind of hold out for, you know, just playing it safe as a Morphling. If DK needed some help, I think maybe you go for a shotgun earlier so you can make room for him, but both your heroes are playing pretty safe and getting quite a bit done. As now Silent activates Dragon Form and starts pushing out top, but that means that no one's mid. Although these 3 heroes on Dire are much worse pushers. Oh, and DK had a Arcane Rune yet again, so maybe that's why he wants to go for the push.
That makes sense. We talked about the last game, so yeah, the Elder Dragon Form already only about 60 seconds.
Lane, Morphling getting kind of low, but he shifts before PO65 can finish him off.
Going strength.
There are no more leaps. How did he lose all of his leaps?
7 more seconds. Okay, he goes down. I will say he was at the top and actually dream coiled him up there, but he did leap away to get away.
Yeah.
So yeah, he came to the bottom, unfortunately not fully charged. Ends up getting him killed in the end, so play from Empire. FN continues his dominance really.
That's actually
this game.
Fairly significant, because that's the one position giving a kill to the enemy, one position.
True.
So FN definitely profits a lot from that, and as now Ghosted gets a kill on the Witch Doctor.
Jungle there, it's Dragon Knight and Puck coming together. Rubik's actually just soaking up experience in the middle lane. Just even ODs, he's playing it safe against a level 4 Rubik.
Yeah, this is a great position to be in as a Rubik, because not only is the Omni Knight super low level, but you're going to have Spell Seal by the time... Oh, immediate into Dragon's Tail, but OD's pretty tanky.
Not killing him.
Sanity's Eclipse is up.
It runs in. There you go. They kill TK. Arcane Orbs.
Well.
Rubik, he'll be fine, but yeah, they actually did have enough damage.
Yeah, this is why you love picking OD against these strength heroes. They have so low int that you only need to get like 1 or 2 right clicks off. He only has 10 int stolen, and he's still... I mean, it was basically like a Reaper Scythe onto a DK with like minimal HP, but still, DK is a hero who's typically very difficult to kill, but not when you have that kind of multiplier. As now FN has stolen a Morphling, I mean stolen a Sand King, and he's pushing a Sand King.
Gets that bottom tower. Comes out, back to Morphling. Continues to farm up the creep wave. Yeah, it's as nice as that was in the middle lane. Again, DK dying, slows him down a little bit. This Morphling, though, 5,600 net worth now. And again, the Lincolns still queued up at this time with the Perseverance finish.
Yeah, if he has the Perseverance, he's just going to finish the full Lincolns. Either you sit on it and wait for the Eagle Song, or you just finish off the full Lincolns after you buy a piece. And Perseverance as itself, like maybe he just wanted a lane sustain item. Obviously, Eagle Song provides you no sustain in lane, but you see FN has been pretty much left alone. Like I said, once Morphling hits level 4, the supports can leave him alone, because he's not going to die. And he can get chipped down though, because, you know, there's still damage coming in from creeps and Sand King and Omni Knight, but if you have a Perseverance and you're at max agi, then 10.1 HP regen is going to make sure that you never need any help. Is now in the top lane. Ghosted gets the kill on So Bad. No shift, so he's going to die.
They really committed all in for that. I mean, Witch Doctor pretty much knew if he goes in, he's probably going to die too, but definitely worth the trade. So well played middle lane though, so he's in a lot of trouble. Rubik lift, easy kill with a waveform through. Not even necessary early, but might as well get that last hit on the hero. Look to finish off the tower now on top of that. Sand King's nearby, but he is level 6, does not have his epicenter just yet. Okay, he's sitting on a point. See. But they do kill the middle tower with ease, and now they're going for the kill to the Deathward's up with the Maledict on him. He's shifting over to the Strength, though. He's taken up as a result. Killomancer sitting in the Sandstorm, and Morphling's just going to TP back to base, and he'll be more than fine.
It's a nice try. I respect it. But once you have 4 points in attribute shift, he will shift way faster than you can imagine to damage him down. Unless if you have a silencer or something. or the mana burn from OD. If they were able to maybe make sure that he couldn't waveform into the trees, then they may have been able to get the kill, but Sanity's Eclipse is down and, you know, is worth a shot, I guess.
Dragonite finished, as he's in times even. Does have Raindrop on him currently. Blink Dagger, though. He has queued up next. Getting an initiation. Jump on targets. I guess they're not looking for a lot of damage plus from Dragonite. They're going to let Morphling take care of that. DK is more of that initiator, the frontliner.
Yeah. Going to be following up with Puck, because you need this kind of chain disable against heroes like Omni Knight or Sand King. Actually, pretty much all of Brestomans heroes except for Witch Doctor, because Mirana can just leap out very quickly. If you don't chain disable, Omni Knight can repel, Sand King can burrow or Sandstorm, and obviously the Astral Imprisonment from OD can also be an issue, so I like the idea to go for the Blink Dagger chain.
Scan Mirana coming in. Moonlight Shadow's active, but they know someone's there. And that'll be the information for them to fall back. Bottom lane, see Morphling. Okay, found by the Omni Knight, but not going to result in much. Scares him off. Lincoln's is just about finished now.
Yeah, I think FN thought he was going to die in that mid lane situation, so he bought out the recipe, but didn't need it. But no big deal, is now Silent actually gets a kill on PO65, and now OD is all alone up here.
This is not good. Brestomans, they're in trouble. Cold Feet applied, Sanity's Eclipse doing some damage, not enough for the kill though. Dragonite still in the Dragon form, but the nice Death Ward on top of them all gets the one kill. Rubik, he imprisoned himself actually, but that's just going to delay it, I'm sure. Yeah, stole it, not going to matter. Yoki, he stays alive just to let the Witch Doctor kill him and pick up the double kill actually, so. Good finish there for Brestomans in that fight. That looked a little ugly in the beginning, especially with Mirana getting picked off right away, but you know, they managed actually to get those 2 kills out of it.
Yeah, last hero coming in with the repel at the last second saved that OD, because Cold Feet debuff was on him. He was inside of the Dream Coil, and then Dragon's Tail was making sure they stays in place, but last hero makes sure he gets the repel off before the Cold Feet procs and is able to save that OD's life.
Yeah, and he is maxing out that repel after the purification too, so really values the idea of that 7-second duration.
Yeah, the time and place for Degen has kind of passed. It's ideally a laney phase thing, as Witch Doctor, that's no surprise, goes down to FN.
Oh, free food, yeah. Lane.
Yoku?
Has a nice snack.
Nice dodge.
He has purification stolen, by the way.
Yeah, he's not in any trouble. In fact, they can turn this.
Oh, and Omni Knight's the one in trouble. There you go. That health threshold kicking in, and
it's so nice to have this spell as Rubik, because not only is it just a fantastic spell in general, but because of that no cast animation, you can do quick moves like that and use it for the damage so rapidly.
No cast animation just continues to impressive how powerful that could be on a hero like Rubik. Abilities that he steals and purification on that list. Blink Dagger is picked up by Sand King, so the surprise blink ideally trying to be made to a big play here.
They really don't want to have to go uphill. As soon as Empire goes up these stairs, then all of a sudden they're a lot more intimidated.
They're like, yeah, do we go? Moonlight Shadows, they want to run at them, Witch Doctor. Okay, now they have the uphill themselves, but Empire deciding it's best to fall back.
This is a great move from Empire. This is so good.
Oh, wow, they saw the Dragonite. They get the initiation off. Death Ward is up with them out. DK's in a lot of trouble. Gosta coming in with the silence, so FN in the midst of everyone. Looking to be a right clicker, but not enough damage actually coming out. Witch Doctor goes down, but DK falling on the place of Empire. The pushback onto OD, stunning him in place with the Adaptive Strike, but now Maposhka. He's trying to run. PO65, overstep perhaps a little bit. Oh, the heal bomb from Rubik. Not enough for the kill, though, on Killomancer. He'll be fine. FN, though, he is back. Adaptive Strike. Pushback once again, but not enough follow-up. And Gostic, he's just trying to make some space now, if anything.
Yeah, so there's this ward right next to this top bounty rune, and it was a great move by Empire, but that ward completely compromised it and gave Sand King such a clean initiation on the DK. So it was a great idea, but unfortunately it wasn't the. I mean, I'm not even going to say that Brestoman were one step ahead, because you could never see that coming, but that ward was very fortuitous for Brestomans to have.
I was wondering, but that's the answer. That's the word actually just wore off right there as you're pointing it out. But that was a big, because if they do not get that jump, I mean, that fight definitely is a lot different. DK goes out of Dragon.
Even with that, Dream Coil was on 4 heroes, and that was with them having no idea. So it worked out pretty well. Now they want to turn it around on the bot lane.
Omni has Guardian Angel, though. We'll see if that comes into play. It's just him, so probably not here.
Yeah, he sacrifices himself. He repelled the OD so that OD can save himself.
I will say Rubik has a lot to steal this game, too. We're kind of seeing that as this game progresses. He now has the Astral Imprisonment. Once again, could come into play, so he's got plenty to choose from.
Yeah, and that's why I like that they're giving more farm priority to Yoku, which may have been another reason why Yoku's playing the Rubik is now AA. Nice Astral. It's gonna actually wear off one Maledict tick.
Oh, they kill Witch Doctor, and he still dies, but
yeah,
got the experience. Long enough. It'll end that fight, though, in full.
Yeah, so I was saying that I think maybe that's part of the reason why they decided to give Yoku the Rubik, because he'll have farm priority, and a Blink Dagger on Rubik will be so valuable, as opposed to something like an Aghanim Scepter on AA. Aghanim Scepter on AA would be nice, but the main thing is just getting the Frostbite debuff to make sure that last hero can't do very much regen with the Purification, and so a Blink Dagger initiation on Rubik is a little bit more valuable.
1560 gold saved up, so he's getting close. Puck and his own Blink Dagger to push out the middle lane. Ice Blast coming through. Debuff will connect on the Sand King at least, but unless, well, Puck might actually go in. No, he's
bot lane. Silence kind of getting chased down, but no Blink Dagger on Sohi. He went for a 4-step instead. Gonna finish out into the full pike.
Let's pay attention to Pio a little bit here on Mirana. We haven't really talked a lot about his progression, but has his own perseverance and actually planning to go to Lincoln's himself here. Very defensive build early on.
Yeah, it is
really going to work here.
Fairly surprising. Is now on the top lane. Kind of getting zoned out. Ghost Stick. Oh, nice Silence. No burrow strike potential. Oh, well, at least now.
Gets it off eventually. At least kill AA, it seems like, so... some kind of bonus there.
FN. He's not really in trouble, but they see him.
So he's good. But yeah, Mirana, very defensive build with the Perseverance into Lincoln's at this point.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he's not going for the Mantis. So I think maybe he was expecting the shotgun to come a little bit sooner, or he's just like prepping himself for the shotgun. But I think something like a Mantis will be very effective because the silence on Puck is going to be pretty difficult for PO65 to deal with. Because if I was Ghost Stick, I would always prioritize this Mirana for the Dream Coil and the Silence. The Silence you can use on the OD as well, but I think the rest of Empire, as now they go in on last hero. He's dead.
Yeah, what you were saying? Okay, so. If he used Guardian Angel there, he would have lived, but that's
true.
That'd be a greedy play. And top lane.
Yeah. He has shotgun completed now.
That's, yeah, his farm's pretty good. 13,000 net worth. He's
I mean, you know,
4,500 ahead of that.
Not
next
bad.
person.
What's his GPM right now?
Shabby.
621. It's pretty good. Yeah, I have to click on the drop down menu. Shotgun.
Like fantasy
so
points.
Bad. Well, so bad, just lost a lot of fantasy points. Actually, they're all three. It's not balanced.
They're all three, it's bugged. Literally unplayable. Bottom lane, OD. He's going to be lifted up into a nice Dragon Tail, and this is where you kind of see things clicking now for Empire.
Yeah.
The clockwork's trying to go, and as I say, this Repel, Guardian Angel, now the turn play from the Dire team. At least that's the idea. The Sanity's Eclipse doing a little bit of damage to FN, but that shift, he'll keep him alive. They do kill Dragonite with an Epicenter, however, but Waveform back in, takes it OD as soon as he comes out of the Astral Imprisonment, and FN, he's still feeling good. The Lincolns denies the Burrow Strike attempt, and now Sand King has to blink away, trying to survive himself. So, as okay as that win for the Dire team in terms of turning it, it's FN is just so farmed, and you can feel that Maledict, the Death Ward, but
Yoku can steal this. But no, he's not going to. Yeah,
keeping the imprisonment.
I don't really know if it was the right call to put that DK under Astral, because I don't like they could have killed him without the Astral, but you bought a lot of time for FN to come into the fight, and then once FN comes in, then you're like, well, do we finish off the DK or do we deal with this Morphling who's going to start blasting all of our heroes? But they ended up getting the DK kill in the end, but I think it was a panic maneuver to go for that Astral.
Yeah. Astral can be a little tricky sometimes, as you're pointing out, especially with the offensive use. You don't necessarily need it for the kill, especially in a team fight. You maybe want to save it for another situation, but
right.
Empire winning that one. You got to think a lot of that because of FN. Again, the farm he has, the shotgun finished, and he already has another old orb, so the Eye of Scotty is now coming. Tough to kill him already. Tougher. I'm also noticing Rubik's keeping the no field offensively. Time being.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a shotgun Morphling, then it just makes it that much easier. Unless if they get a repel.
Oh, they're like, alright, we'll go for another target, but Omni Knight will survive it.
Rubik steals repel
nice
in return, though.
The back lines. Burl strikes in on Maposhka. Will stop him, so kind of two different fights going on. Maposhka getting low on the Ancient Apparition, but now here's Puck. Gostic gonna take out Sankin. They all stick on the Witch Doctor as a team, and it's a 2-0 in favor of Empire. So a couple of different fights going on. Again, it results in favor of Empire still in both cases, even with a dying there in the end. They'll get the mid-tier too, and they're just gonna keep pushing. You know, what's to stop them, it feels like.
Yeah, you still got plenty of time left on Dragon Form. You got Repel on Yoku, so you don't even need to have a BKB on any of your targets. And they can't do anything to FN.
Repel coming out right there, making a play with it. Morphline's going deep. He still has that morph. Yeah, that's pretty deep. That's tier 4 towers.
Yeah, and so he had like a ton of move speed with that active drum activated by POC. Or who actually activated it? Oh, it was Omni Knight. They back off. No need to push it.
Let's not force it.
Yeah, get a Roche if you're gonna make moves like that.
Well, the tier 3 was getting low. Could have maybe stuck around to try to finish that off, but just not greedy enough. Best to fall back. They feel comfortable.
It's a deciding game. You drop this, you're out of the tournament.
Is a very good point. Single elimination effort. Empire would like to advance on to the semifinals, as both these teams would, but Empire definitely in the comfortable spot to do so, behind FN on this Morphling especially. But again, it goes back to, you take out Morphling. I know you can't really do that, but if you were to take out Morphling as far as the net worth goes, it's a pretty even game right now. I mean, you got Mirana and Odie also up there. Zanking has actually been progressing pretty nicely along, so potential definitely there for the Dire team. But
yeah,
they're going to have to kill the raid boss.
More often than not, as so he imprisoned himself, he will probably pike. He's willing to break it? No, he's just gonna chill. More often than not, whenever I see like a really top-heavy net worth that's now yet again Repel is used, they can't do anything with this Morphling. Guardian Angel is now stolen. Which honestly, I think Repel may have been a little bit more effective, because if OD can't Arcane Orb this Morphling, then you do absolutely no damage.
He has the GA. Silence picked off elsewhere, so I'm continuing to watch this middle fight. Actually decent for the Dire team. I'm not sure how that happened bottom lane, but it looks like the Sand King and the Witch Doctor happen to find the DK.
Death Ward post Maledict, I guess.
Okay, so this time the split fight works to advantage of Brestomans. We'll have to defend the top lane now. So Empire, if you're Empire here, again, Morphling's having a very good time. Are they just, I mean, what are they waiting for as far as truly objective-wise? They're trying to kill Mirana middle lane. Shotgun, that'll happen.
That was more of a sniper rifle.
Kill Mirana. Maybe just waiting for picks like this to now.
I mean, you wait for Roche. I don't know why they're not doing anything about it. DK, I guess, doesn't really have very many items. He just has this Blue Dagger. He's been struggling to finish this BKB for like the last 8 minutes. But they just need to make a concerted effort to take Roche. You don't need to wait for the BKB on DK, in my opinion. Morphling is more than strong enough. He's nearly he's over twice the net worth of the Mirana, or not yet, but he's getting close to that point. And what I was going to say is that whenever I see these top heavy net worths, one of my, like, I do think like you sometimes, where it's like, well, you know, if you take away that Morphling, then it's kind of an even game. But that's usually, okay, finally they go for Roche. That's usually whenever it's like hero like Phantom Assassin, or heroes that are very vulnerable to, like, if they overplay their hand, they will die. But a Morphling isn't really in that situation. It's very difficult for a Morphling to kind of play dumb and get caught out, especially when you're this far ahead. And so it was nice that they got those picks on Silent and whatnot, but until you kill Morphling, you're not anywhere in this game yet.
And now if you happen to kill Morphling, he just comes right back up.
Yeah, and that's assuming that he doesn't morph in. You know, like, I haven't even seen him morph. He doesn't even take the ally target. He just takes the morph duration. And so, you know, there aren't really that many great targets for him to steal, because they're all so underfarmed that, like, I don't know if you take the enemy's level or if you keep you take the enemy's level, as now they get a kill on the Poshka.
Dragonite? He's falling back, and he'll blink away before the cask really does too
FN
much.
has a DD rune.
FN's going in with the double damage, as you mentioned. A couple of auto attacks. Pio has to leap away double himself. Repel will help save and kill him. Answer gets the epicenter off of the backline, hides in the sandstorm, doing some damage, but not going to be enough to get any kills out of it. FN going in and poisons Sanity's Eclipse, going to strength for him, and he gets a triple kill. Godlike indeed. What a dodge, and GGs are being called from Brestomans. In the end, Empire will be the victor with a 2-1 series win here, but you know, definitely props to Brestomans for putting up a great fight, really, in the overall series, but ultimately the team, as expected,